be acquitted, and the unlikely removal will not happen as well. But in any case, he has come on record as the third president of the United States to be impeached by the U.S. House of Representatives, as it were. So that's what it is. What is just happening now is like a script, well written, well, and of course we saw it coming. Donald Trump is going to be acquitted on Wednesday.
All right, there seemed to be like a change in paradigm compared to what happened in the last, trial of President Clinton, right? Does this have to mean that? Does this mean that he has to be found guilty of one or both of the articles to be removed from office?
I think any one of those articles of impeachment could have taken him out if it was a bipartisan process, because they are all the two articles are actually serious enough. One, obstructing Congress, and second, dishonesty, abuse of presidential power. Any one of them are actually strong enough. Do not forget that the second one, obstructing the Congress, actually came in the course of the impeachment process. They are strong enough, but the important thing is that it is being seen as a partisan affair, first to weaken his chances of getting re-elected, and second, as a continuation of the preponderance of right or wrong opinion about his controversial victory over Hillary Clinton some years in 2016. Right. So it's a continuation. The entire process is actually controversial, but be that as it may, we do know, as a matter of fact, that in terms of figures, the Republicans have more of it in the Senate, but the Democrats are dominant in the House of Representatives. And of course, democracy is very acrimonious, but essentially democracy is about the wish of the majority, the wish of the majority triumphing over the minority. And in the U.S. Senate, as it were, the Republicans are in the majority, and the party of Donald Trump. And we do not expect them to do anything more other than to support their president. And of course, even the Republicans who are supportive of Democrats, two of them have already said no, they are not going to encourage or support the invitation to witnesses, which will have elongated the trial process in the first place.
Indeed, I'm sorry to interject, but the question now is, with all of this trial, does this change the way Donald Trump is going to relate to Ukrainians and other countries?
No, I don't think so. Okay. U.S. is governed by Constitution.
Right.
There are so many processes and procedures that he cannot circumvent. That he cannot ride roughshod over. It's not about pride. It's not about ego. It's about laws. It's about ethics. It's about Constitution. And of course, the institutions are very strong. The institutions are very wide-ranging. They are there to checkmate him, and it's not just going to be about his own wishes, his own predilections and picadillos. Don't forget that with what has happened is a warning to him again. I think he will go further trying to prevent the repeat of his relation of what happened between him and Ukraine.
All right. Now we're moving straight to Brexit. Now, is it a win-win deal? And what does this stand for Nigeria when it comes to relationship?
Well, we have a traditional relationship with the United Kingdom, and I don't see that declining. I see it increasing. Our president just came back from the UK over the investment summit, and deals were signed. We expect that some of these deals will be executed, that they will be implemented for the benefit of our economy. So we have a traditional relationship. Brexit or not, our relationship with the United Kingdom will continue to be sustained, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Even when we had crisis in the 80s, before you knew it, it was immediately resolved. Do not forget that the United Kingdom is a major tourism and education destination for Nigerian citizens, and it's going to continue to be so. So our relationship is strong, and I don't see it being discontinued.
All right. Dr. Abiodun Adeni, Associate Professor, Department of Mass Communication, Beijing University. Many thanks for coming on the News at 7 on International.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Moving forward now, the U.S. has declared a public health emergency over the spread of the coronavirus and said it will deny entry to any foreign national who have visited China in the past 2 weeks. In a public statement Friday, U.S. Health Security Secretary Alex Azar said U.S. citizens returning from Hubei province would face 14 days of quarantine, while those returning from other parts of China will be allowed to monitor their own condition for a similar period. This followed World Health Organization's decision to declare coronavirus a public health emergency. Almost 12,000 cases of the new coronavirus have been confirmed, most of them in China, and since it emerged in December. More than 100 cases have been reported outside China in the 22 countries. Beijing said Friday that the death toll had risen by 46 to 259, all of them in China, and 249 in Abuja. Report says the number of the new coronavirus cases had overtaken that of SARS epidemic, which spread more than 2 dozens. Now, as the World Health Organization, who declared the coronavirus outbreak a global health phenomenon following increasing number of deaths and spread of medical experts, advocates a well-coordinated surveillance and caution to prevent the virus from spreading to Nigeria. The medical expert view is put together by correspondent Udo Etem. The report.
World Health Organization has it that China has reported more than 7,800 cases of coronavirus, including 170 deaths. 18 other countries have since reported cases, as scientists race to understand how exactly the virus is spreading and how severe it is. Medical experts in Uyo noted that there is significant evidence that the virus is transmitting among people, and so the need to ensure a measured and evidence-based response is apt.
People traveling from other countries to Nigeria, whether they are indigenous or foreigners, they should be aware they are quarantined.
We need to strengthen that, the port health services, and ensure that facilities are made available at our borders that can easily detect individuals with those symptoms.
Although public health agencies in Nigeria are on high alert since the spread of coronavirus in other countries of the world, medical experts say it is pertinent for the federal government to channel resources to the health sector to work towards emergencies.
The same measures that are taken at the airport should also be extended to these other entry points into the country so that we'll be able to protect ourselves.
At the different hospitals, there's a lot of preparedness among all the healthcare people to make sure that any case is properly contained, so people should not panic.
Medical experts, however, advise Nigerians to align strictly with the federal government directive that Nigerians and other persons in the country intending to travel to